For this problem, we are going to be finding a point R that will make D the midpoint of segment AR. So we can think about this on a coordinate grid like this. So here's our x-axis and our y-axis. And the point 16, 0, it's going to be way out here, say 16, 0 right there. And the point D will be -3, 18. So that's going to show up like, let's say, right there is D. And then what we need to find is some point R that will make D the midpoint. Well, if you think about it, if D is going to be the midpoint, then the line segment must come up here like this, and R must be right around there. So one thing I can think about is, let's see, I'm going to show that D was in green there. So D is the point -3, 18. Let me make that a little clearer. -3, 18. And A is the point 16, 0. So if we draw a slope triangle in here between those 2 points, my delta x has to be equal to, well, I go from -3 to 16, so that means that I have to move to the right 19 units. And my delta y, well, I'm going from 18 down to 0, so that means I'm going down 18 units. So my delta y has to be -18. So if I copy that same slope triangle, and I'm going to put it in a different color here, same slope triangle, and this isn't going to be exact, but it'll be pretty good. Delta x will equal 19, and delta y will equal -18. So this other point up here, which I'll put in purple, this point right here, whatever it is, R, well, we are going to have to go from -3, 19 units this way. That's to the left. Now, normally our slope triangles are from left to right. So this would be 19 units to the right. But we have to subtract 19 from -3. So that's going to be -22. And then we have to add 18 units to the 18 here, and that will then be 36. So that is one way to look at this problem. So R will be the point, -22, 36. Another way to think about this is we're going to take our midpoint formula, and we know that the midpoint, so the result, x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is equal to the x value. So x1 plus x2 divided by 2 is the x value, and y1 plus y2 equals, divided by 2 is the y value. But we know that this has to equal, D is the midpoint, so this has to equal -3. So -3 is equal to all of this. And A can be my x1, y1. So I'll have 16 plus x2 over 2. And now I can solve for x2 here, and that will give me the x value of my point R. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. To get rid of that fraction, I'll have -6 is equal to 16 plus x2, subtracting 16 from both sides, and I get -22 is equal to x2. And that is the x value of my point R that I found there. So next, we're going to take the y value of our point D, the 18, and set that equal to what we know it has to equal. So y1 is going to be the y value from A, so that's 0, plus y2 over 2. And again, we're going to multiply by 2 to get rid of that fraction. And we'll get 36 is equal to 0 plus y2. Well, 0 plus y2 is just y2, so that means that y2 is equal to 36. And that is the y value of our point there. So our answer is negative 22, 36.